Yes. So I think I'm in a good place now, Willis. Which word should we start with? I think let's go with fuel. Is it fuel? Fuel? I've had some people say fuel. What is it, Willis? Help us understand how to pronounce these words.
You know, as I always say, there are certain words that many people innocently mispronounce because they lack proper guidance on the right way to do it, which always comes only on TV47. But this word that you've talked about, you say fuel or fuel. Fuel or fuel. So that is the way to go.
Wow. Fuel. I like it. I like it. And also it just makes me realize. Now, the question I have for you, I know we're doing the words, but the question I have for you is, when we mispronounce words, what is the effect of it when we are communicating?
Now, the biggest problem, especially in serious communication, you may remember that I always remind people that nobody in this world can be perfect or totally spotless when it comes to matters of language, because there is a lot to do with languages, a language like English. But now, good pronunciation helps you to deliver the intended message clearly, especially in careers of serious communication, like being a lawyer, a journalist, a teacher, or a diplomat, and any other career of serious communication. So correct pronunciations help you to deliver the messages clearly, which is why you realize we have Kenyans like you. Tell somebody a story or give or present a news item in a very clear way because of correct or accurate pronunciations.
So you've talked about diplomats and you've reminded me of a word. When you have authority to control a business or an industry, we call you a regulator, How do we pronounce the word regulator?
Well, you're a regulator, but when we have that organization, you talk of regulatory, not regulatory. Now, le becomes la, regulatory.
Wow, every day is a school day. That's clear enough, Willis.
Yes.
Let's move to the word that we, let me pronounce it. Let me spell it. Oh my God. I am with the words master and I'm saying pronounce instead of spelling. So let me spell it. Liaise.
Oh, you're talking about liaise. That is when you work together with somebody or an organization.
You work closely with somebody, yes.
Yes, when you work closely with somebody, that's when you say liaise. But my sister, you'll agree with me that many people innocently mispronounce that word as liaise. To liaise with so and so, which is wrong. That one should not be used in serious or standard English. Now, you say liaise, to liaise with somebody.
Is that a root word from a French word?
Not really. That is not from French. That one, what you realize is that we have what we call standard English. Some of the words are developed from the Old English. Then we have Middle English, then Modern English. But when you have that L-I-A, you begin with li. Then you go to A. A is stressed. So you say liaise.
Okay.
Liaise.
How about I liaise with you for more words that you have collected to share with us some of those words that you've planned to share with us?
Oh, okay. So, dear viewers, you can take a look at our screen because I believe the words are displayed there, which is an advantage for you also when you see and learn. Now, the first word, C-A-C-H-E. Many people innocently mispronounce that word as cachet. Cachet, no. You say cash. A weapon's cash, not cachet. Cachet ends with a T and talks about a special quality that makes somebody admirable or, people just follow you because of that special quality. So, for this word, you say cash, just like money. The second word, dear viewers on the screen, when we talk about a gum disease, you say gingivitis. Gingi, not gingi. Gingi, locally, we go by what letters represent locally in terms of phonology. But this one you say gin, not ging. Gingivitis. The third word, you say liquor. Liquor. Don't say liquor and don't say liquor. Liquor, no. It has the short sound E. Liquor. Then the last word, you'll see it, and many people say idiot. It's a word I don't like so much, but for learning, we have to handle it. That is idiot. Idiot, not idiot. Just like idiom, not idiom. And I have to commend or to recognize Colimo Senior, Dixon Nyaga, Victor Mandela, and Lois Kilonzo for those words which I collected in the week. Otherwise, my dear sister, I think it's a time that now we can try to go to the street and people can test their tongues with a video that people will listen to. But my caution always is, nobody can be perfect, so don't laugh at somebody when somebody makes a mistake. Let's try this word for those who are in the street to test their tongues.
The word is you. The word is you.
You. You.
Ewe.
I think the word is you.
You.
You is just but an expression, maybe of disgust or disdain of something that has happened, and it's really out of your league and it discomforts you as a human being.
Which refers to a female sheep.
Female sheep.
That's why he's the words master. I almost had one word as gingivitis. That would have been something
now,
totally different.
That word is a 3-letter word, but it's tricky because it's not very common. It's for a female sheep, but what you say, when you talk of the female sheep, what you say is a you. You, not an ewe, not an ewe, and all that. You say a you, just like the second person pronoun, you, you. And then now we can go to the confusing words. Now, you may hear many people saying collision, collision, that collision. Don't bother and don't worry about the accent I am trying to give it. Collision, please avoid that. You say coalition for the first word, coalition. Then the second word, you say collision, collision. That is collision, which is from the verb collide. Then we move to a surprise word for tonight. My sister, do you agree with me when I say many people say embark, to embark on something? Have you heard that?
Yes, I would say embark.
Many people say embark with some punch and confidently, but you see, it's not their wish, because if they got guidance in good time, they would know that that word or the verb is pronounced im, then bark. To embark on something, not embark. Just like embody, not embody. And you also say embezzle, embezzle, not embezzle. Otherwise, for our dear viewers, please, if you have any word, you can always get the correct pronunciation only here on TV 47 every Friday night. And with the wonderful lady who is in for the other presenter, Betty Kialo, please, I just tell you, you can listen to the stuff from this station. So this lady has done something great. I will just tell you, it's now back to her, but if you want to send in a word, please just use at Willis Ochieng 1 or at TV47 News, and we'll tackle it. My dear sister, will you be ready to bring in some more words?
For sure.
Next week, like so?
For sure. I cannot wait for the next time. Yes. And just to remind you, Willis, now we're talking words, so I'll tell you my name. Wakio Mzenga is my name. Thank you so much. I know you're so used to having Betty with you, but as you know, Betty has had a baby, and we're here to take forth for her. So thank you so much, Willis.
With the great work that you have done, I won't forget that name, Wakio. I have got it right, and expect more from my lips.
Fantastic.